Well, let's move on, chat. The challenge is not done. So close yet so far. Stark's absolutely leading the way. He and Bosch. I mean, again, you look, the oldest guy out of these top options is Bosch, and he's only 26. But that might have been your best chance in terms of pure depth and star power. I mean, shit, but they did what Nowitzki and Carter and Penny couldn't do. You know? Like, they were able to get there. Just couldn't seal the deal. Player retirements, Penny Hardaway. Maybe the curse has been exercised. Penny Hardaway and Marcus Camby both retire. As does Big Country, Donald Foyle. Yeah, Penny Hardaway has retired. That is how far into this we are. Penny Hardaway. Well, I mean, then again, that's how far into it we are. Penny played for fucking 17 years. The Utah Jazz updating their logo. The Orlando Magic are going to have a brand new full house of updates. Thunder changed their uniforms. Uniform and floor for the Spurs. Logo and floor for the Warriors. Full change for the Cleveland Cavaliers, as well as the LA Clippers. Uniform and floor change for the Memphis Grizzlies. No new league rule changes. So to the lottery we go. The Orlando Magic do have the 5th best odds thanks to the Miami Heat. Save file. Already did, Daniel. So the Orlando Magic have the 5th best odds in this draft. And we'll see if after falling short in the finals, if the luck is there. As the Warriors have finally turned back to the bridge logo. They stay 13th. The Boston Celtics will stay at number 12. The Chicago Bulls stay at number 11. The Memphis Grizzlies stay at 10. Never had the number 1 pick, but they've selected 22 times in the lottery. Number 9, the Milwaukee Bucks. Actually, a 22 time for the Grizzlies wouldn't even make sense. The Bucks stay at number 9. Number 8, the Phoenix Suns, 4.4% chance. Doesn't work out. Number 7, the Portland Trailblazers. See the Magic fall to 7th. A finals loss, and they fall to 7th. The number 1 pick in the draft goes to the New Jersey Nets. Dallas and Portland rounded out. So the Magic have their 7th pick. And that 20th overall as well. Again, I traded out of the first round completely to go for it this year. So we'll have 2 Magic picks here in this draft. I'm in the 2nd round. Way down the road. So to the draft we go. It is worth noting the players in this draft. John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Paul George. The draft does have you selecting the likes of Gordon Hayward. Hassan Whiteside should be there. Avery Bradley. Derek Favors, Evan Turner, Lance Stevenson. And then beyond 20, Eric Bledsoe. It's probably the best option there. Ish Smith in the 2nd round. So yeah, you could get away with making those that first pick. You might want to trade the 2nd though. So Boban's there, but so let's see what happens. First overall in the 2010 draft, the Nets select John Wall. Dallas Mavericks take generated Brandon Childress. Portland at 3, select DeMarcus Cousins. The Hornets take Gordon Hayward. A little bit early compared to the mock draft. Pick number 5, the New York Knicks take generated Terrence Reynolds, another Kentucky guy. And number 6, the Cleveland Cavaliers take Peter Williamson. So let's see. Will you guys be allowed to trade the pick? You are going to get offers here. You might want to consider it. Paul George is there. There is an offer for Patrick Ewing Jr., but his deal is up. B+ potential. 83 rated. You have a good center already, though. Channing Frye in a first rounder in 2014. I know what the... Chat, you could get an offer for someone fucking elite, and you're like, oh, we want Paul George! At least fucking see what's out there, you fucking idiots. How about you win something? Jesus. We shouldn't even have to be doing this right now, but your team choked. You might need all the help you can get. 2 first-round picks from Boston. My God. Josh Parker's not worth it. David West isn't worth it. 2 first-rounders from Utah. I mean, you sure you don't want Gerald Wallace back? Yeah, none of these offers are proven to be worth it, but you never know. Hayward in the first, Stevenson. Oh, none of these will prove to be worth it. Zach Randolph, we'd have to give up an extra first. Terrell Wright, 2011 first, which again is next year. Trade back a few spots and get a fucking first rounder next year from Golden State. That's the most interesting one right there. And yeah, Paul George is still available, but that is the most interesting one there. People are saying no. All right. Well, with that, doesn't even need to be a vote. Paul George to the Orlando Magic. 7th overall. All right. Let's see. We will sim to the next pick, which is you guys again. No trade offers this time. So, your options in this draft. I mean, point guard wise, it's Eric Bledsoe or CJ Love, pretty much. Shooting guard, nobody good. Forward, nobody looking that great. We can double check potentials in a minute. Power forward, get Dennis's son. And center, Ed Davis. Yeah, it's not looking good unless you want Greg Monroe or Boban. Too many point guards. That's why you could trade one. You know? That's why you could trade one. In terms of potential, the highest that you know of are these 3 Bs. Horace Sloan, Augman, Wennington. Your best option looks like Damian Wennington, based off of the overall that's being shown and the potential. That's your best option, or you can go with Sox. Or take Bledsoe. So it'll be one of those 3. Will it be the power forward in Wennington? Will it be Eric Bledsoe? Or will it be the Boban? What are you guys going to do here with your second first round pick? What do we need depth-wise? Everything and nothing at the same time. You're at the stage, you just take the best player available every time. Every time. Best available. Your scouts don't know a fucking thing about Boban, but he's 7'4" for the old bobbin. So, what will it be is the question. Chat is leaning towards Eric Bledsoe. That is the last of the players I would take out of those 3. But it's looking like it's going to be Bledsoe. Yep, it's official. Eric Bledsoe with the next pick there for the Magic. We will sim to the next pick, which is the Timberwolves in round 2. I can't imagine any of these picks will actually be good. Yeah, I'll likely just be making this pick. Second round options are never great. Like second round and pick swaps and just, yeah, I might as well just make the pick. Oh, hey, look, Boban. I'll take a 7'4" center. Thank you very much. 44th overall. Welcome, Boban. The Magic are coming up here with a second round pick. You're just going to make it because these second round picks fucking suck. In terms of trade value, there is nobody in terms of like overly familiar names that ended up being good outside of Larry Sanders, who is your best option. It's pretty much Larry Sanders or Ish Smith. It's pretty much what you got. So I will leave it up to you guys. Will it be Larry or will it be Ish? Larry, apparently a C+ potential, but you don't have him fully scouted. Your scout doesn't know a goddamn thing about Ish. So, let's see what happens. Will it be Larry or will it be Ish? Another point guard or the center? What will it be? And the answer is Larry. You guys get big man Larry Sanders. The next user pick, which is me again. I mean, fuck. What am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm signing either one of these dudes. I'll take Michael Burke. Why the hell not? And that is it. So again, John Wall, top player in this draft, goes to the not for much longer New Jersey Nets. Go for our rookie signing. So Boban is a 71 B potential. Not bad for a round 2 pick. Burke is a B+ potential, 2369 rated. I'll actually sign him. For you guys, Paul George, B potential, 20 years old, already a 77. Bledsoe's 20B and a 73. And then Larry's 21 B+ and a 70. So yeah, makes sense to sign all 3 of them. Quick and easy. Team options for chat. Have fucking fun with this. Have fun with that. We'll talk more about that in a minute because we're going to have to go in depth with that son of a bitch. I'm going to double check my roster too, actually. Dragic is there. Second best point guard. I need to keep Gallinari. I could let go of Hansbrough, but he's just decent depth. Geiger's going to be leaving. Keeping all 4 of my guys. So for you guys, let's holy shit, let's take a look. Let's go take a look at your team because we're going to have to go in depth with this son of a bitch. So in terms of your qualifying offers, Horford, Ibaka, Green, Gordon, Super Nintendo, JaVale McKee, and Patrick Beverley. If we look at your roster, so both Chalmers and Beverley are there. The smart money is to probably let go of one of them. You could keep both because, chat, let's be honest, by the time this is done, you're not going to have money in free agency. Like, just take that out of your head right now. You're not going to have money in free agency. Neither of us are. With the way you've built this team through the draft, it's just not going to happen. But if you were to drop one of these two, it's only a B- potential for Beverley. Beverley will kind of cap out where Chalmers is now. You could drop both of them as well, and just have Eric Bledsoe be the backup point guard and save a little bit of money. So for point guards, quick poll. Chalmers, Beverly, keep both, keep neither. That is the poll. You could keep one, you could keep both, you could keep neither. I personally would drop both of them and just run Eric Bledsoe as my backup point guard next year behind Drew Holiday. That's just me, though. It's not my team. That's just me. It's looking like Beverly's going to win this out. You guys do know the poll is for who stays. Let's redo this poll just to make sure that people realize it's for who the hell stays. Considering a lot of the chat saying get rid of Beverly. So, Chalmers, Bev, both, neither. I got a feeling some people were confused, even though we've run the poll the same way. Every single time we've run the poll that way, but... So let's see what chat decides. Who stays? Chalmers, Beverly, both or neither? I mean, Beverly does have good defense, but so does Chalmers. And Chalmers is more all-around useful than Beverly. But again, now you have Eric Bledsoe there. So personally, I would save the money, like I said, and run Holiday and Bledsoe next year. It's either going to be Chalmers staying or neither at this point. So it looks like Super Nintendo will be staying and Beverly will be dropped from the looks of it. So Patrick Beverly is out. Super Nintendo will stay. Shooting guard, you have Starks, you have Eric Gordon, and Danny Green, because if I'm not mistaken, this was Jeff Green, and indeed it is. So, you have another option here. In terms of Eric Gordon, great goddamn player that you're probably not going to drop. Even though you got Danny Green behind him, Gordon is coming off of an injury. So that's another factor. Eric Gordon's coming off of an injury. I'd say you keep him no matter what. But you could argue, like, well, how's he going to be after the injury? Do you want that money to try to play with something in free agency? I mean, you drop enough of these guys, you will have the money. What do you guys think for Eric Gordon? I don't think there's any way you drop him, but I'm still going to throw it to a vote. The guy's got A potential. Let's just make it as quick and easy as it needs to be. And, yep, we'll go ahead and call that good. All right, so Eric Gordon staying. At forward, Jeff Green, Paul George. So obviously you just drafted Paul George. Do you drop Jeff Green? If you do, I mean, Gordon and Starks, Danny Green can all play forward. Not in their natural position. But do you drop Jeff Green? Do you drop Jeff Green to try to make sure that Paul George is the starter? Or do you keep Jeff Green just to have fucking crazy depth? Like, let's be honest, that's crazy fucking depth, I think, if you have both of them. What happens here with Jeff Green? The poll is up. This one's close so far. Like I said, there's positives and negatives to both in terms of what the lineup, you know, what happens with the lineup, what happens with the money. Positives and negatives to both. It's just a matter of chat's preference in terms of how you want to set up your team. Like I said, you do have players in secondary positions who can play those spots. This vote's close, so we'll let it go the full minute. At this stage, I'm going to take a lovely swig of water. It's leaning towards drop. Again, refresh the stream if you need to. Sometimes they don't pop up. If it ends up being tied, we go to a wheel spin, as we do. And by 1 vote, Jeff Green off the team. By 1 vote, Jeff Green will be leaving Orlando. Power forward wise, you got Bosch, Ibaka, Ilyasova. I don't even think I need to throw that to a vote to keep Serge Ibaka, do I? Ibaka's the only one whose deal is up. I don't think I need to throw that to a vote. I mean, Ilyasova, unfortunately, has been a little bit stunted, but yeah, I don't even think we need to throw that to a vote. So then at center, Horford and McGee, they're both up. Obviously, you guys will be keeping Al Horford. JaVale McGee, same thing as Jeff Green. There's positives to keeping him, but you could also save a little bit of money and just run Larry as your secondary center. So with JaVale, keep or drop. Do you want to save the money? Do you want to keep him to make sure you have that good depth? What do you want to do with JaVale McGee? Like I said, there are positives and negatives to both. And I think we can officially say that JaVale McGee is staying. Yeah, JaVale will be staying. All right, so it's official that Jeff Green and Patrick Beverley will be dropped by the Magic. You'll save over $9 million or over $8 million bucks. Aside from that, the only huge contract is Horford. Green would have been $5 million, but there you go. Beverly and Green are gone. For me, I'll be keeping all of my dudes. Dwayne Wade hitting free agency. So was Elton Brand, Jermaine O'Neal, Joe Scott from Atlanta. Qualifying offers. Fuck me. It's a lot of money for PJ. But I don't necessarily have the depth. He is my best option if Gallinari gets hurt. So I'm going to extend the qualifying offer to all my guys. For you guys, Jermaine Kim is a nothing, and obviously qualify John Starks Jr. So for us, that'll be the big thing is negotiating with our RFAs. Muted, what's up? I got my 4, and then you guys got Starks. Qualifying offers are out. We'll be able to match any option that's out there. And Starks, I'm sure, will be in high demand. Muted, I'm doing good, though. What's happening? So for you guys, obviously you can't afford Dwayne Wade. For me, I can't afford Dwayne Wade. It's just focused on matching with the guys that we have. So for you guys, the best thing you can do right now is send out that offer for Starks and negotiate the best contract you possibly can, which is going to be $15.5 million for 5 years. You are allowed to send an offer there. For me, with my RFAs, I'm looking at Big Baby. Try to sign him for as cheap of a deal as I can. Any hints maybe for NHL franchise? No, it's called an NDA, sir. There we go. We got Davis. We need, unless you're going to pay my legal bills, dog. Let's see. Unless you're talking about what I'm going to do first in terms of franchise mode, in which case I don't fucking know. Some PJ Tucker a deal. We'll be looking at Paul Millsap, my big free agent that I need to re-sign. And JJ. You've used all your offers for today. All right, well, I guess I'll have to go out and try to get JJ a different time. So for you guys, Starks has agreed to that new deal. You elected to drop Green and Beverly. See what happens once Starks accepts. For me, Tim James has a trade exception. Let him go. Cap hold JJ. Hal Geiger. I can pronounce rights. I got better options. Sign Millsap, Tucker Davis. Beautiful. So let me go back over to guards and send out my offer to RFA JJ Redick. Not necessarily an RFA. All right. So let's see. For you guys, it's pretty much straightforward. Just re-sign Starks. He did get a qualifying offer, an offer from somebody else. For me, let's see what we can do. So Tim James, announce rights. It's going to be interesting. So Millsap, Tucker, and Davis all got offers. We got Davis, Tucker, Millsap, Redick all agreeing. I am going to just outright drop Hal Geiger because he's done nothing for me and I have better centers. And I can drop Tim James. All right, we're looking good. We are looking good. And unfortunately, it's going to do the bullshit where it's going to make me match the offers from the looks of it. Same for you guys. Instead of the 5-year deal for Starks, you're going to have to match this. They have to fix that. They have to fix that. But you will be keeping John Starks. Let's see. Match for JJ. Actually, I just want to agree to the deal for JJ. But match for Millsap, Tucker, and Davis. Okay. Yeah, D-Wade does hit free agency, but again, neither of us can afford anybody of that ilk. We're fucking broke in terms of free money to spend. All right. Well, through free agency we go then. We got nothing else to do. We got nothing else to do, and our teams are basically going to be set. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame it does that where it's like, oh, sorry, they got an offer, you have to match it. Instead of like, well, dude, I reached a fucking 5-year agreement with them. But let's see, Millsap gets better, Iguodala got a bit worse, Rubio, Gallinari, Gordon dropped a bit, Dragic and Tucker getting better, Hansbrough got a bit better. For you guys, no crazy improvement. Drew got a lot better. Ibaka and Gordon, Chalmers, Ilyasova, McGee, so no improvement for your big players at this stage. But I mean, Starks is also a goddamn 91, right? So we're pretty much doing the same thing of running back the cores that we've had as we head into the 2010-2011 season. Fresh off of the Magic making the finals for the first time. In terms of future draft picks, the Timberwolves don't have their own this year, but I do have Philadelphia's and the LA Clippers. For you guys, you are out of extra first-round picks. That is where we stand at this point. In terms of the mock drafts, it's Kawhi and Kemba. There's a computer-generated guy at the top of the board, but Clay, Kyrie, Valanciunas, Jimmy Butler. It's a decent little draft. Bismack Biyombo. It's a decent little draft. Let's see the rosters for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Honestly, I'm going to have to put somebody in the G League. Sex the Biyombo. It's the way to do it. Let's see. Honestly, it could be Hansbrough or it could be Boban. I honestly think it'll be old Boban that gets put down with the Iowa Wolves. I'll check the coaches in a minute. I do every fucking year. Calm your tits. Let's see. Big man, guard. Honestly, I think I'm going to run a 10-man bench. New coach from Minnesota. My guy led the team to the best goddamn record in the NBA last year, but he still got fired. C- and a C for Jordan Hobson. So welcome aboard, Jordan. It'll be Rubio, Iguodala, Gallinari, Millsap, Chandler, with Reed, Redick, Gordon, Dragic, And PJ Tucker getting some playing time to start the year. For the Magic, well, first and foremost, could easily put Bledsoe. Honestly, Bledsoe or Danny Green in the G League. You could put Ilyasova down there. I mean, you pretty much got a choice here, Chad. I'll leave it up to you. In terms of who goes to the G League, do you want to put down Bledsoe? Do you want to send Danny Green down to the G League? It could be Ilyasova, or it could be Larry Sanders. Who are you going to send down to the G League? Let's go back to the team here really quickly. So big man. You guys did get Paul George. He will be your starting forward this year. So let's see, who's it going to be? It's either going to be Sanders or Bledsoe. Neither will play much this season. Better options ahead of them. But it is pretty important to figure out just how I set up the roster. You know, your best available team. A couple late votes for Danny Green. He's got that B potential. Bledsoe's got a B. Sanders does have a B+. So, it's an interesting little spot. And it will be Bledsoe. We'll go ahead and call that. Eric Bledsoe down to the Lakeland Magic. So, big man. Guard, and another big man. So honestly, a 9-man setup. Best way. Shaquille O'Neal's ear is the new head coach of the Orlando Magic. Shaq ends up in Orlando after all, and is the new head coach of the Orlando Magic. He doesn't know how to face a fucking camera, but Shaq is the new head coach of the Magic. Holiday, Starks, George, Bosch, Horford, with Ibaka, Ilyasova, Gordon, and Chalmers off the bench. Might this be the year? Might this be the year? Might this be the ear